guys? Jesse504 here, bringing you PBA Week 1, Season 3. Very familiar start to last season. We are starting out once again against IRaz and his New York Blazikens. If you guys may remember, we started out last season versus him as well. We picked up a nice W. Looking to repeat that performance again this season, but I feel like IRaz has definitely improved, so it'll be a very fun battle. If you missed the draft analysis, please go check that out, but my squad consists of Darkrai, Mega Kangaskhan, Tapu Fini, Scizor, Moltres, Mesprit, Dragalge, Golurk, Lycanroc Dusk, Virizion, and Emolga. Yeah, it's a really solid squad. We ended up getting first in power rankings, so that's nice, but it sort of means that everyone's out to beat us now, but hopefully that means something and we actually have a good squad. I think that this squad can go far, so I'm really excited to see what exactly I can do with it. But going into his roster, 6 on top are the ones that I see most likely coming. Blaziken, which is his sort of mascot pick. It is S tier Blaziken with speed boost. Hydreigon, Zapdos, Glalie, Florges, and Gyarados. Those are the 6 that I see coming. Obviously, my team, the one sort of weakness it has is ice, and my normally ice resistant Fini can pretty much drop to it won't drop to a Glalie freeze, right? But it'll take a chunk, so it'll be something to have to deal with. But other than that, I think that we can manage through that, because Lycanroc and Scizor both put so much pressure on Glalie, pretty much threatening to kill. So that's really nice. And then what else he has? He has the Sceptile, Mischievous, Espeon, Amoonguss, and Stunfisk, and I'm just going to give the quick arguments for the 3 most likely of those ones to come, which are Mischievous, which would really only come if he's really afraid of Seismic Toss Kangaskhan, which I mean you should be, but it's Mischievous, it's not very strong. Espeon, which could come for screen support, but that doesn't have a great matchup against Kangaskhan, so it would just be pretty much Espeon trying to set screens so that Blaziken could do something, but I don't really see that happening too well. And then Amoonguss. And Amoonguss is just annoying with Spore and stuff, but I think that my team can effectively break it down. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, but let's head into my first Pokemon. What else would it be other than the Darkrai? We're rocking Specs Darkrai this week. Speed for Sceptile creeping Lycanroc. I think that would be his most likely thing to do if the Sceptile did, but I just wanted a lot of HP, or not a lot, but a solid amount of HP to help live hits better. And then Sludge Bomb, Dark Pulse, Ice Beam, and Trick. Thanks to Vinny for suggesting Sludge Bomb. Would have been pretty much hard-walled by Florges without it, but Trick is real nice to get a lot of his more passive mons, like for example, it could get his it's just nice to pin on like Florges or Amoonguss, even like something that wanted to set up rather like Gyarados. All could be potential Trick victims for Dr. Sleep, so it'll be just real nice to play with that thing. Up next, we've got Kangaskhan. Seismic Toss, Wish, Ice Punch, and Fake Out. This thing just puts in so much work. It can effectively just keep the team healthy with the wishes. Fake Out is real nice. Just this thing is pretty much, in both my mocks, it was just a fantastic lead. I could basically fake something out and then Seismic Toss it, and the impact that thing would have was somewhat minimal. So the ability to just repeatedly do that and sort of start claiming mons is just so incredibly strong. So that's just kind of busted, but I really like it. And then we of course have max speed because he does have his Zapdos sitting out base 100, and it would be nice to speed tie that, go for an Ice Punch. Although Static is a really annoying bring on Zapdos for my Kangaskhan. Effect Spore on Amoonguss is another pain. But if he's running Effect Spore, obviously he can't handle, or he can't regenerate, so that'll be easy to take that thing down over time. It'll just be a little more annoying. But yeah, that's kind of my Kangaskhan set for you guys. Those two pretty much going to come every week, so I figured why not just start the builder off with them. But up next, we've got our Moltres. This week, it's being called Better Fire Chicken because it's better than Blazikens. So Blaziken really is kind of... It needs so many more moves than it can fit. It wants its dual stabs. It wants Poison Jab for Finny. It wants Sword Stance. It wants Protect. It wants Stone Edge for this. Can't fit those moves. So, really... one of Finny or Moltres will do a great job at walling the Blaziken unless he runs CC, Flare Blitz, Poison Jab, and Stone Edge. But then it's not even that threatening because I can tell the damage if it's banded or not, or if it's choiced or not, and then I can pretty much just handle accordingly because Finny can take 2 as long as it's not banded Poison Jab. So, spoiler alert, but Finny's going to be on this team. But let's talk about this Moltres. This EV spread lets it live to banded Flare Blitzes or close combats. And obviously the Flame Body isn't going to be able to proc on Blaziken, but it's still nice. And then Air Slash, U-Turn, Roost, and Flamethrower. Air Slash has a really good chance of KOing Blaziken with this special attack investment. Roost is real nice to just sort of heal itself, and then U-Turn, Flamethrower. I have Boots. His rocker is Galarian Stunfisk. It's not good at all, but just in case that thing comes, because maybe he would think that, oh, my Moltres isn't going to be running Boots because my only rocker is Galarian Stunfisk. I'm really just keeping it real safe. Like, there's no way that, like, if Galarian Stunfisk comes, because I didn't bring removal on this team, so I don't want to risk anything for my Moltres. But yeah. Up next is my Tapu Finny. 282 HP, 40 defense, 216 speed, Surf, Draining Kiss, Haze, and Reflect. Haze I needed because Finny's the switch-in, so I can't really effectively taunt the Blaziken. Reflect helps me handle both Gyarados and Blaziken much better. Draining Kisses did just give me a little bit of longevity, and then Surf can OHKO Blaziken, or just do a good amount to it. So that's really all we need. And I'm rocking a real fast and the Fizdef Finny because that was the investment that I needed to outspeed Blaziken with no speed invest. But obviously, I don't know if I can ever be in that situation realistically. And then 40 defense and 232 HP lets me live 2 Poison Jabs, or 1 Sword Stance boosted Poison Jab with Finny. So that is really what I got to say about this thing. But let's head into the next mon, which is my Scizor. This thing This thing is gonna probably just be my win con if I can just keep it up in the back. SD, Bullet Punch, Knockoff, and Roost. This thing just can kind of tear through his team. You would see Bullet Punch and think, oh, this thing's probably your revenge killer, but no, that's what the last mon is for. But SD, with an SD up, I can pretty safely just win the game once Blaziken is down. Gyarados is really the only thing. I guess Zapdos. But with an SD or 2 up, this thing should just be winning games. But that is kind of self-explanatory. You want the thing that can Sword Stance up to win you the games. So that's kind of what I see here. Knock and Roost as well. Just doing great. I think it would be really nice to have some longevity against this team. Obviously, Blaziken is really a magic threat to Scizor. But as long as I don't bring in Scizor on the Blaziken, and I'd be potentially fine trading Blaziken's 25% health if it's at 75% or more for my Scizor, because my last one is banded like enough. Which should be doing with Excel Rock around 50% to so Excel Rock, CC, Stone Edge, Drill Run, it can pretty much threaten to claim every time it's in. Gyarados, Zapdos, Blaziken are all sort of scared off by this thing, and like it's surprising how much Excel Rock Bandit does to a Gyarados. It just can just almost take that thing out from full. Zapdos obviously takes a chunk, but it can also just take a Stone Edge and die. CC is nice for Hydreigon, and then Drill Run rounds out the set, and that's kind of all I really need to say. Overall, I really do like my odds here. I think that our squad sort of has everything we need to handle his squad, but yeah, that's really all I've got to say. And then I will see you guys in the battle. Alrighty, and we are in the battle. Let's accept it here. And we see, yep, okay. He brings the Mischievous and he brings the Stunfisk. Yeah, he probably thought that my Moltres wouldn't be boost and I wouldn't bring removal, and I did. He also brings the Glalie, but I have a pretty tough lead to decide on. There's a lot that is just solid to lead. I think that a Darkrai lead could actually be pretty solid. And it just hits everything on his team real well. And I don't think he would lead Blaziken. And outside of that, there's just really not a lot I can... He could be Scarfed Hydreigon, and I could just... Yep. I'd rather not lose this thing early. I'm just going to go hard Finny as he U-turns. I imagine it was Scarfed. And I didn't want to take any unnecessary chip on my Darkrai. Zapdos is probably his most likely switch in here. Yep. And I can just go out into my Kangaskhan, Mega Evolve, and throw up a Wish, probably his, okay, perfect. And now I can Ice Punch. No statics? No statics. Oh wait, we're in Misty Terrain anyways. Now I'm gonna Seismic Toss. Out comes the Stunfisk. Okay. Dang, this thing actually had more HP than I thought it would. But, we got our stuff. What are you called? To a Stunfisk Galar. You have Parental Bond. Probably gonna try to get the rocks up, I guess. Thunder Waves me, that's fine. I'm just gonna S-Toss here. Actually, I'll go for the Ice Punch in case Mischievous wants to come in, maybe catch that thing with a clean freeze. And if not, this should be in range to KO. The fact that he didn't rock there is kind of interesting, but meh. Cool, we just take it. That's nice. Stunfisk gone, no rocks up. Let's see where he goes now. I could see Blaziken. That just seems really free right now for him. And then if he goes Blaziken, I think I go Moltres on that. Finny just does more for me this game than Moltres does. And then one thing that I also wanted to calc would be Lycanroc into the Glalie Mega. Accelerock's almost killing that thing every time. Edge just is killing that thing every time. CC also would kill. But he's kind of in a tough spot, so that'll be nice to see. Gotta wonder what he's really thinking about. I'm already paralyzed, which, I mean, like, now Zapdos kind of lost his thing with the static. I'm just gonna S-Toss here. He Megas. and goes for a double edge. That's fine. And now I'm gonna go Scizor. He would die to recoil if or he wouldn't die to recoil, I don't think, actually, but he just does. Okay. And he just goes out into his Blaziken. I just go to my Moltres. So he goes for a Thunder Punch. Alright. This makes things kind of interesting. I'm just going to go for an Air Slash. Forgot this thing had Thunder Punch, but maybe he gets greedy on an SD. If not, Finny can take one. Elo Thunder Punch. Finny should be able to take one or two. Blaziken. Blank set. 252. No, I want to go to Life Orb. There we go. Yeah, with 80% to KO. That's fine. I'm just gonna go out into my Kangaskhan again. That's fine. Now I can go Lycanroc and pretty freely click Edge. As long as I hit, this thing should just be taking. He goes into his Mischievous. Edge, we just gotta hopefully hit another Edge. If I miss and he Wisps, that could be an issue. But not one that I think I can't beat. I'm just gonna Edge again. We get it, okay. And then out comes the Hydreigon. I'm gonna go out into my Moltres, that's fine. I'm gonna click Roost as well. Now I'm just gonna Flamethrower here. He discharges me. I'm just gonna Flame again, even if he wants to Roost, I don't really care. Because from this range, Lycanroc is onto the Zapdos. Let's see. Accelerock's doing around 50. And then I'm just gonna keep Finny up for Blaziken no matter what I do. Finny stays up. He just discharges me again, that's fine. How much does Specs Ice Beam do? Because I can also just click Banded Edge here, which would be KOing. We get it? Okay. He goes Hydra. I can just go Scizor on this thing. He's definitely Scarfed, so I just need to get Blaziken in better range for my Lycanroc, and then perfect. He just goes for a U-turn into the Blaziken. I will just Bullet Punch here. If he blitzes, that puts him in range of Lycanroc, I think. Solid. He SDs. He's going to be in range of Lycanroc after another Bullet Punch. He SDs again. Does this thing have Vacuum Wave? I don't know. But he's pretty much just giving me all of his Blaziken. That's crazy. That is crazy. Shit's wild out here. He Fire Punches, that's fine. Now I can just go Finny. And I can just Draining Kiss. Like, what does he have? U-turn. What's his last move? This thing might get, like... so I think we got it. Good job, IRaz. You improved from He just Dark Pulses, and then Draining Kiss keeps me healed, and that is game. Good game, my man. Always a fun week 1 battle to have versus IRaz. This season, he didn't mess that up, but I really like this team. I just liked how that battle felt. Really, Lycanroc just kept the pressure up super well that game. Fun battle to have, good game to IRaz, but starting out 1-0 plus 3, I know that there was already a 6-0 this season, so we're not going to be top dogs yet, but still not a division win either, so that is something. It means we won one of our out of division games, but obviously top of the division is guaranteed a bye in playoffs as opposed to just a having to play, because 12 teams make playoffs, which is plenty considering we're only a 20-team league, but having a bye is obviously just incredible. Basically keeps you out of danger for at least 1 round of playoffs, and you only have to win 3 as opposed to 4. But fun battle. GG, and until next time, Jesse504 out. Peace.